Alright, hello YouTube. This is my 2010 NBA mock draft, and I'll have one of these every year, and so let's get to it. And so, obviously, first pick with the Wizards is going to be John Wall. It has to be. I mean, he's a franchise player. They'll find a way to get rid of Arenas and give him to, like, I don't know, Minnesota or something, who really doesn't need him. But they'll find a way. They always do. Well, no, they don't, but they will. All right, number two pick, the Sixers. This is a two-man draft, and well, 2 to 5 man, but really the top two, Wall and Evan Turner. So, Sixers take Turner here. He's a versatile player. He'll fit in anywhere. And then, so with the third pick, then goes to the Nets. They got the new billionaire owner, of course. That's the whole popularity thing. They're hoping to get LeBron this summer, but they fell to the third spot in a two-man draft after one of the worst seasons in history. And so after they basically, according to me, they have the choice of Derek Favors out of Georgia Tech, Wesley Johnson from Syracuse, and DeMarcus Cousins from Kentucky, just like Wall. And I think they go with Cousins, DeMarcus Cousins, the freshman from Kentucky. And I think so because, well, you got to consider this new owner's personality, and he's like this real risk taker, I think. And DeMarcus Cousins is definitely a risk, and I mean he could be a high performing player, but there's all that personality issue that people are worried about. So that's John Wall, Evan Turner, DeMarcus Cousins. Then with the fourth pick, with the Minnesota Timberwolves. They really need a big guy, I think. I mean, they got Al Jefferson, but other than that, what is there that's good? So there they take another freshman, third to go in my top four, Derek Favors out of Georgia Tech, and he'll be a great power forward, a Chris Bosh type player, same college too, and so he'll join the Timberwolves there. The fifth pick, the Kings, to team up with last year's great two rookies, Caspi and Evans, will be Wesley Johnson out of Syracuse. And he's a great player, I think. I love watching him play. He really fits in with the offense they had at Syracuse last year. Great transfer. And I really think he'll have an impact on his rookie season. High contender for Rookie of the Year. Sixth pick after that, it's a little uncertain. People are they're jumping the gun a little bit more. And so, personally, I have, out of Wake Forest, Al Farouk Aminu. And I don't know if I said that right. I don't really listen to NBA. I just follow online and watch the games. Not NBA, NCAA. And he's out of Wake Forest, a sophomore. Really productive, small forward at 6'9", and he'll be going with the Golden State Warriors, I think. So, I'll I I would like him at that position with that team. And then seventh, going with the Detroit Pistons. I gotta put Greg Monroe, the power forward center from Georgetown, a senior, yeah, or not a senior. Where did I get that from? Sophomore, and he's heavy, he's strong, and he really provides size for the Pistons, who, yes, they're a big team, but they don't really use their height. And I think he'll provide some great versatility there. Then, all right, then here at eighth, I don't think people are gonna like me for this, but I go for Cole Aldrich, the power forward center from Kansas, my team, to go with the Clippers, and because I really think that he'll be a player. He's never gonna be on the All-Star team, but he'll be a player. He comes in, he'll get 8 points, 10 rebounds, a couple blocks, and he's a key role player like Derek Fisher, except at center. And I just really think he'll fit in well with Blake Griffin, who will be back next year, and just work out. And then ninth with the Jazz. Jazz got lucky. They got a high pick, and they were the 5 seed this year. And I have Epk Udo, at the junior from Baylor. Baylor's Big 12. Big 12 is my conference. But I really think that he improved this year. I really think he'll provide such a offensive yet defensive game at the same time, all around contributor and really necessary. Then 10th, where that's some people will be surprised because I've demoted. Sorry, got out of the mouth. I demoted Ed Davis so far from North Carolina, and he's that North Carolina had a bad season this time, and it's not going to happen often, but they did, and that's how it works out. But Ed Davis will go 10th with the Pacers, and he'll team up with his former teammate Tyler Hansbrough, so that'll be nice. And then 11th, going with the Hornets, who will really improve next season because Chris Paul will be back, plus Darren Collinson, great. All right, here I'm going a little bit crazy. Well, no, not that crazy. I don't think it's crazy. Some people might say, but that here I have another Kansas player, Xavier Henry, the freshman 6'6" guard. Whew. It's like a Michael Jordan, man. He is great. And I think with this guard power lineup that they have in New Orleans and Julian Wright from Kansas, uh, who I think is improving every year just slightly, might start. And I think Henry would fit in well with him and with Paul and with Collinson. And it'd just be a really great New Orleans team. Then, so I'm only doing lottery by the way today, but yeah, that's in the title. And, all right, so Memphis, the Grizzlies, they have that whole Rudy Gay or whatever this summer. Personally, if I were Memphis, I would take Patrick Patterson right there, the junior from Kentucky. I'm not taking Eric Bledsoe or Daniel Orton in this lottery, but I will take the last Kentucky guy, the junior, 6'8", power forward, learned to shoot the three this year. He'll be a good mid-range shooter. I see him as offensively as Kevin Garnett, even though Kevin Garnett's a defensive player. Defensively, he can always improve, and so yeah. The Raptors. I don't like the Raptors. I have a Canadian friend and we have this whole rivalry. I like the Heat, he likes the Raptors, and we don't like it when our teams play and they beat each other. Anyways, the Raptors here I am so sure they'll take Whiteside. Hassan Whiteside out of Marshall, the freshman, 6'11", great scorer this year, led the league for most of the season, and Bosch is leaving. I'm sure he's leaving, so he'll come to Heat, and Whiteside is just gonna really fill in, I think, and really show that he can play at the next level. And then my last pick I'll be talking about today, 14th pick, goes to the Rockets. The Rockets have had an up and down season. They didn't have Yao Ming. They traded McGrady, and so I think that here they take with the last pick of the lottery James Anderson, another 6'6" guard out of the Big 12, a junior. Great scorer, great attacker. He really shoots the three well, and he's not a ball hog though either. And he made crazy shots when they beat KU this year. So I see him being a beast in the NBA. And so yeah, that there you have it. There's my lottery. One more pick I'd like to add. Sherron Collins. Some people don't even have him in their mock drafts, but he is like a Jameer Nelson, and I think he'll really be effective. And so I want to just go ahead and say where I think he'll go in the draft, and I think he'll go at 34th, somewhere around there. And that 34th actually is where his teammate Mario Chalmers went with the Heat. This year, the 34th pick would be with the Wizards. He could team up with John Wall. And so I think he'll wind up there. Sherron Collins, Some predict him around the mid 40s, but I have him going at 34 on my mock draft, and maybe I'll do another video on the last part of my first round, but I just want to say Sherron Collins, 34th. And thank you.